If you're a parent like me, you might have wondered how to give your child the best financial start in life. In today's video, I'm going to go over a really basic topic, but it's one that most people should know, and that's in the form of a junior ISA. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what a junior ISA is, why I'm opening one for my daughter, and what I plan to invest in. I'll take you through each step of the way, including which platform I'm going to use for this account. I'm also going to share my investment strategy and why I believe this is the best strategy for long-term growth. If you're thinking about securing your child's financial future, or simply want to learn more about junior ISAs, then you're in the right place. At the end of the video, I'll also be announcing my new investment series, so make sure you stick around for that. So before we dive into the specifics around investing and also my chosen platform, first let's understand exactly what a junior ISA is and how it works. In short, junior ISAs are long-term, tax-free savings account for children. They can be opened for any child under the age of 18, and any funds or investments are locked away until their 18th birthday. This is good because it means either yourself or your child can't be tempted to dip into that money before they turn 18. My personal reason for opening one of these accounts is that I recently welcomed my daughter into the world, and I'd like a pot of money for her for when she turns 18. I think it's a great way to help boost her into her adult life, whether that's helping contribute towards a house deposit or university fees down the line. I also think it's going to be a great conversation starter whereby I can teach her about money management, long-term investing, and even how financial products work. So next, let's take a little look at the finer details that you need to be made aware of. A child's parent or legal guardian must open the junior ISA account on their behalf. Money in the account belongs to the child, but they can't withdraw it until they're 18. Apart from exceptional circumstances, they can start managing their account on their own from the age of 16. The junior ISA limit is £9,000 per tax year. If more than this is put into the junior ISA, the excess is held in a savings account in trust for the child. It cannot be returned to the donor. Parents, friends and family can all save on behalf of the child as long as the total stays under that annual limit. And here's the big reason for opening one of these accounts. No tax is payable on interest or investment gains. When your child turns 18, their account is automatically rolled over to an adult ISA. They can also choose to take the money out and spend it how they like. For example, on driving lessons, further education or job training. There are two types of a junior ISA. You've essentially got a cash ISA and also a stocks and shares ISA. A junior cash ISA is similar to a bank or building society savings account, although the money is locked in and can't be withdrawn until the age of 18. The main advantage of this ISA account is that your child doesn't have to pay any tax on the interest, as mentioned before. With a junior stocks and shares ISA account, you can put your child's savings into investments like funds, shares and bonds. Any profits you earn from these investments are also tax-free. Investments like this are obviously riskier than cash, but it could give your child a bigger profit, and the value of a junior stocks and shares ISA can go up as well as it goes down. Now that you know the basics, let me talk you through why I'm personally choosing to open a stocks and shares ISA for my daughter. To provide you with a very quick snapshot, here's a cash ISA example over 18 years investing £50 per month with an average of 3.5% return. If we then chose to use the stocks and shares ISA and invest in a global index fund, this could average around 10% interest per year. So at the end of 18 years, you can see the two differences between the figures. And yeah, sure, the stock market can go up and down, and it could be deemed risky for a short-term investment, but this is going to be invested for a minimum of 18 years. Therefore, there's more than enough time to ride the ups and downs of the stock market and benefit from the larger long-term returns. So what exactly am I investing in? Well, for me, I wanted to make things super easy, so I've invested in a global all-cap index fund. The reason for choosing this is it's low cost, it offers great diversification, and it also offers really healthy returns over the long term. The particular index fund I'm opting for is the Vanguard FTSE Global All-Cap Index Fund with the ticker symbol VAFTGAG. This fund very much takes all the guesswork out of investing. Instead of trying to gamble your way through certain companies or certain markets, instead you get exposure to the entire global market. I've chosen to invest in this fund because it offers broad global diversification, covering companies of all sizes across both developed and emerging markets. You can see here that it invests in over 7,000 companies, so your investment is quite spread out. This fund gives my daughter exposure to a wide range of industries and economies, reducing risks whilst also maximising potential long-term growth. This particular fund has returned around 11% per year over the last last 5 years, making it a great option when compared with a standard cash savings account. Now you might be thinking, this looks great, but where would I go to invest in these sorts of funds? There's many providers out there, but I'm personally using Vanguard's own platform. The simple reason for this is that I personally hold some investments on this platform, therefore it kind of makes sense to keep everything in one place. To open one of these accounts, the procedure is very similar to opening a new bank account. You'd need name, addresses, and a few other billing details. Now for this next part, I'm going to show you the platform and how I've invested and what different metrics you can take a look at to see how that investment is growing over the long term. So I've quickly logged into the account here, and you can see this instant dashboard screen, which is great. It gives you a quick snapshot of what to expect within the account. You can see here in this box, that's my main holding, and for me that's going to be the only holding. So there's not too much to see on this screen. It gives you a quick stat on your personal rate of return. But where it really gets interesting is this investments tab here. So this shows my investment. Now, I did put this money in a few days ago, so you can see there's already been a bit of growth, which was a nice surprise. So the total amount that we invested, both myself and my partner, was £504.10. It might seem like a bit of a random number, but we managed to collect a bit of money for when she was born. Some of it was passed over from family and friends, so we decided to invest that amount there. So you can see that there. Straight off the bat, the great thing here is that you can see the total cost here. So if I highlight that, that's the £504.10 that we put in there. And you can see its current value and the change. So you can see, you know, within, I think around a week, maybe even less, we've already gained nearly £10. You know, that's the beauty of the stock market. Things go up as they can also go down as well. You can click on detailed view here. Again, that'll sort of tell you how many shares you have of that particular product there. And yeah, so some interesting details there. But the great thing here is probably these other two tabs, which I think are great. So I'll dive straight into the performance one. Now, this one looks quite flat. You can see we've invested. You can see there on the 7th of September, we invested the £504.10. And then it's sort of grown over the next few days. As and when we add more money, obviously you'll see this graph hopefully gradually increase. So our plan with this is to add in £50 a month until she's 18. If we get any money for birthdays, Christmas, anything like that, we will also add that into this account as well to hopefully build quite a nice pot of money. From here, you've got calculations. Again, as the months go on, we'll have a lot more data to go off within this account. You can also break it down by month, which will give you a snapshot on how your investment performed per month. So as and when down the line, when we do an update on this, you'll see multiple months in there. And then again, another quick snapshot of your actual investments. Now, as I mentioned, the fund that I've invested in is a global fund. So if I click on the Insight tab, I think these graphics are absolutely great. So we can see here that 100% of this investment is in equities or stocks. And because it's a global fund and it invests in over 7,000 companies, those are spread out over the globe. And this graphic here will show you essentially where that's been split by country. So North America holds the biggest part of the fund, if you like. No surprise there, it's the largest economy. And you can kind of see then how it's tiered down. So roughly 11% of the portfolio is in Europe, 3% in the UK, you know, Asia Pacific 11%, and Japan 6%. So it roughly mirrors the sort of market cap of the global market and the different regions, if you like, and different countries. If we scroll down here, we can see the top 10 investments. So like I said, there's over 7,000 customers, not customers, there's over 7,000 stocks within this fund. So you can see here, the top 10 here are made up of names you'd probably recognise, such as Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, Google, Meta, previously known as obviously Facebook, and a few others, even Tesla's there as well. And the great thing with these funds is that that's not kind of fixed. So as and when these companies, say, grow or potentially decline, that they're always adjusting to make sure you've kind of got the best performing companies within this fund. So it's quite dynamic in that way, and also reduces some of the risk. If you want some more information on sector allocation, again, another great snapshot here. No surprise really that the largest holding is technology. It's the largest grossing sector at the moment, especially with the sort of boost of AI and all these tech giants, innovating constantly. So technology the biggest, consumer discretionaries there as well, financials, and then some of the others are fairly evenly split. And then at the bottom it gives you a quick snapshot of the performance over the last 3 months. So that's quite a nice snapshot. Now, payments. So here you can actually see this is where you would add your regular payment. So I've started this from the 1st of October. And you can see, as previously mentioned, we'll be adding in £50 a month. So that's essentially a direct debit to come out of our account each month. And so over the time we'll monitor this and see how that grows. So I thought it was important to give you a quick snapshot on how this would work, and hopefully that's given you a bit of an insight to think, okay, that's not too difficult, it's not too scary investing either. So that was a quick demo. So coming back out of the account there, you might be wondering, okay, well what's next? So I mentioned earlier in the video that I'm going to be launching a new mini-series. And what I'm going to do monthly updates on this account, because I think it's all very well me showing you, how the platform works initially, but ultimately you want to know if this investment works long term. So I thought it would be a really transparent way to keep you guys updated with this pot of money that I'm building for my daughter. So yeah, each month we'll do a portfolio update. We'll cover roughly what's happened in the market, if it's up, if it's down. I think that's going to be quite interesting over the long term. So another thing I thought would be a great idea within this new series, each video I'm going to compare what the investment would have looked like if I simply used a cash ISA and the average savings account there, just to compare to see if we can beat that. Obviously the idea is to over double the performance of a cash savings account, but at least it gives fully transparent information so you can make your own mind up. So that's really it for this video. I hope long term we can delve into some more of the details around these accounts. If any changes come into the junior ISA, again, I'll cover those points as well. If you think of any feedback, comments, or other investments that you're investing for your children, I'd love to know in the comments section. If you want to keep up with this new mini-series, then make sure you hit the subscribe button. It also massively helps the channel in these early stages. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.